There are moments in history when the earth itself seems to tremble. When a spark, born out of pain and pride, sets a whole nation on fire. That morning, 11th of May 1857, was one such moment. The sun hadn't yet risen over Delhi, but destiny had. From the shadows of Meerut, a group of Indian sepoys rode through the mist. Fear in their hearts, but fire in their blood. They had taken the boldest step imaginable, defied the British officers who thought they owned their lives. As they crossed the Yamuna, they set the tall house ablaze, a small flame that would soon set a vast empire trembling. Inside the Red Fort, the last Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah Zafar, sat in quiet despair. An old man, a poet, a king only in name. The sepoys burst in shouting, Zafar, Zindabad, lead us, rule again in the name of Hindustan. At first, he faltered. He was tired, beaten, uncertain. But when those young soldiers knelt before him, something ancient awakened in the fading emperor's heart. The ghost of the Mughals rose again. And so, under the crimson arches of the Red Fort, Bahadur Shah Zafar, frail, forgotten, became once more the Shahanshah-e-Hindustan. The streets of Delhi erupted. The city that had once been the jewel of empires was now the cradle of rebellion. What began in Delhi became a storm. Kanpur, Lucknow, Jhansi, Bareilly, Bihar. From the Ganga plains to the hills of central India, villages lit torches, drums echoed, temples and mosques rang with one cry, Maro Firangi Ko! At Kanpur rose Nana Sahib, heir to a lost throne. At Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi Bai, her eyes burning with fury, her sword shining brighter than fire itself. 70-year-old Kanwar Singh rode to the battle like a warrior reborn. And across the land, peasants, artisans, and soldiers rose, not for riches, but for respect. And what had begun the storm? Not politics, not power, but faith and humiliation. The British had introduced new rifle cartridges, greased, it was said, with the fat of cows and pigs. For the sepoys, both Hindu and Muslim, it was an unthinkable insult. They were forced to bite them open with their teeth, to betray their own gods. The rumors were enough. First our land, now our faith, the soldiers whispered, and the whisper became a roar. Cannon fire thundered, smoke swallowed cities. Ordinary farmers turned into fighters, priests into patriots, and amidst it all, one woman rode out, in armor that gleamed like lightning and shouting, "Main apni jaan se nahi dungi." The British called her the Rebel Queen. India would remember her as a legend. Rani Lakshmi Bai, the queen who fought like 1,000 men and died with her sword in hand. But courage alone could not match cannon and empire. By September, Delhi fell. The Red Fort, once alive with the dreams of emperors, fell silent again. Bahadur Shah Zafar, betrayed and broken, was captured and exiled to Burma. His final words would bleed through time. A king without a crown, a poet without a country. The rebellion had failed, but something far greater had begun. For the first time, India had risen as one voice. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, peasant, soldier, all bound by one dream: freedom. The British might have crushed the revolt, but they could not crush what it awoke: a burning idea that would live on for 90 more years, until finally, in 1947, it became reality.